So let's first select the avatar and let's change the default top left position to obviously top right. And we don't want it to stretch, so you have to click this little handle. And now we have top right position. So if I scale this artboard, it will always stay top right. Okay, now let's tackle those buttons. And we have two solutions here. Basically, we can say that, okay, we want the position to the bottom and also to the left for the booking calendar. And we're going to do the opposite, so bottom right, as far as the instant pickup is concerned. And then if we scale, this will be always to the bottom, and the margin between those items will change. So the other way around is to select them and simply group them together. And if you have group, you can apply different settings for a group. If you won't apply the settings, they will be inherited from what's inside. But if you set the settings and if you set it to be in the center, and let's also pin it to the bottom, now both elements will be always centered and pinned to the bottom. I think it's really cool. And for the other elements, let's say this has to be centered as well, but there will be an offset from the center because it's offsetted on the x-axis and pinned to the top. It's okay. And now basically for the rest elements, I think there are two ways. So either we select the header and we pin it to the top center, and select the other elements, so this details as well as those elements, and pin it simply to the center horizontally and to the bottom. Now we can select, so take a look at this, how it works. Okay, and now we can scale the photo, so we can just stretch it all across the artboard and do it like so. So this is one solution, and it would be great if we have maybe a different layer structure so that Lamborghini stays on the bottom right now, and this would be better somehow. But the other way, and I think a bit more intuitive, is if we have all those elements grouped. So let's select the group, and now let's simply say that this group has to be in the center and also in the middle vertically. Then if we scale, the car won't scale, but it will somehow stay in the center and stay close to the details of the car. And as we've discussed in previous lesson, if you want to have even more granular control on those elements, you can select this group and you can change its behavior so that it's no longer a group, but it's a container. And now you can set the container's position to the middle and center, and you can apply different settings to each individual element and group inside of this container. However, at least for now, you can't really have the text that scales automatically in Studio. So if you even set those properties so that this text should stretch, it really won't. So hopefully in future we'll have the update on in Studio that will let us have the text that scales as well. But if we don't, it's not really that important for our layout. And the question we have to ask ourselves is, why do we do it? Why do we create those elements so that they are responsive? Well, we don't do it so that we can just, scale to tablet size or desktop size, because either way we'll have to create different layouts for desktop and for mobile. But we do it in order to change the device and still have nice layouts. So for example, if you change the phone from iPhone 8 to iPhone 8 Plus, thanks to those adjustments, it will still look good. If we change to iPhone X, it will still look good. And if we wouldn't have made those changes, we'd have all the items stuck to the top and then the blank area at the bottom on the iPhone X. So yeah, now you can change to, for example, Galaxy S6, which is a bit smaller, and it still looks good, and even Google Pixel looks fine. So this is why we did it, and now while previewing this on a device, we can select different devices and it will still be okay. So that's all in this lesson. Thanks for watching, and I see you in the next one.